EGM Network.
I am Keith McDonald, and this is Classic Car Radio.
I was waiting for you to say, I am your father.
I'm your
And I'm here with Mike Corrado and Steve Chavino and Todd Byron. And I'm Keith McDonald still. I just looked at my license, and that's what it said.
There you go.
So, anyway, we were talking about... We're talking about that, the Durango and all that. We're going to move on to the next news thing, I think, and then we'll do the contest right after this.
Okay.
All right. So the drive.com, the drive.com is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and these other car websites are getting less and less. The Drive is really a great website for everything automotive.
Oh, really?
This how-to stuff for people that want to fix their own cars or just like car care stuff, and there's a lot of stories, a lot of stuff from the industry, the car makers and the automakers and all that. So the Drive actually has a little weight when they pull and say that the Drive's best truck of 2024 is the Ford Ranger Raptor. What do you think of that?
I mean, it's a
Boy,
They
times are desperate now.
They drove them all.
right.
Pickups are as popular as ever in the U.S., and there are more good choices than there ever has been for years. And it speaks just how good the tail happy Ranger Raptor is. What's tail happy mean?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I guess it looks good from
The
behind.
Raptor is the only
Tail happy.
is only kind of American because it's actually was designed in Australia. But it's made here, I think, pretty soon. The gravel slinging Raptor has always been Australia's thing. It was sold elsewhere in markets like Thailand, but historically it was forbidden fruit in North America. But the Blue Oval changed that in 2024 by bringing that desert rally truck stateside, where practically every mid-size pickup got a new generation with an even better performing version. It's a big year when even the Toyota Tacoma is new. And believe it or not, the Tacoma got second place.
No kidding.
And they recalled a bunch of them, didn't they? Didn't they
Tacoma, yeah. With
all
the
the engines.
V6, I thought. The V6
engines are
ones.
no good.
Yeah.
But I thought the Raptor's been around for a while.
Yeah, well, this is
not the Ranger.
Yeah, not the Ranger Raptor.
Not the Ranger Raptor.
This is the Ranger, not the F-150.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it's a little smaller then.
It's smaller, and it's just I guess they really were impressed. The respective Ford Performance cover crews in Australia and the U.S. tag team this project to make it absolutely killer truck. And I've got plenty more to wax poetic about it, such as Fox Live valve shocks and what the heck is a Watts link?
I have no idea.
Me either. First, though, let's run through the rigs that were in the running. That's from the article. But
Right.
Go to the Drive if you're interested. They got a bunch of trucks that listed for best of 2024. In the cars, I was very disappointed in. The best cars of 2024 were all import.
Oh, really?
We're American made, but they American made, but in foreign companies.
Yeah. No,
So I didn't even bring that because we're American cars.
The Bronco's a Raptor too. Didn't they make a Raptor Bronco?
I have no
I
idea.
believe so.
Probably.
Yeah, I think they did.
I'm not sure.
With a 302 maybe.
I don't know what engine's in it. It's
Yeah.
probably a V6 turbo,
Well,
like all of them. But
yeah,
I'm
it
pretty
could be,
sure
yeah.
that's a Raptor
That's what's
version
in
of the
the
Bronco.
Ranger Raptors. It's
Yeah.
Turbo 6, I think it is.
All right. What else you
All
got
right,
going on?
let's
over
run
there?
through week. We'll do history, flip the page, and we'll get to the contest here. This week in auto history, December 22nd, 1952, known as part of the traveling roadshow extravaganza called Motorama, the EX-122 would go on into production to become the 1953 Corvette. So that was originally called the EX-122.
And it had terrible sales, right?
Yeah, they did the first
Nobody
year.
wanted them.
Well, and then the
Really?
T-Bird.
Yeah.
The T-Bird was doing the best. The two-seater T-Bird with the opera window and
In
everything.
53? Did they have a
I don't know.
T-Bird
I
in
thought
53?
they were trying to do that to be in competition with the T-Bird.
Yeah, I just know. I remember they came with 6-cylinder engines, and I thought they didn't sell
What's
very
called the
well.
Blue Flame?
I don't know.
They called it Blue Flame. The 6-cylinder.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Anyway, December 24th, 1973, this is a big day for Chevrolet. They bring out, begins the development of the Chevy Chevette.
Chevy Chevette.
Have you seen one on the road? Any on the road?
Not no more.
No more.
None.
You used to
There
see
used to be a
of
lot of.
Zero. But that was over 50 years ago when you think about it.
Yeah, well, they all look
My
alike.
aunt had a diesel one.
A diesel Chevette?
Yeah.
Didn't even know they
Kidding
made
me.
them.
Oh, what a dog.
Duramax.
Yeah.
1993, December, I'm sorry, this is December 28th, I believe. Air quality conformity regulations under the Clean Air Act of 1990 finally go into effect on December 28th, 1993, having been approved by the EPA and on November 5th after extensive public involvement process, including a review of 300 written comments. But the Clean Air Act, whatever.
It kind of killed everything.
Yeah, it did. Well, we
all
brought it
that-
back.
all
We
that-
brought it back.
All that smog stuff and
Yeah.
Yep, they brought it back.
1993.
They killed it, brought it back, and kind of the same situation now, ain't it?
Well, I
With all the
don't
EVs
know.
and all
They're
that.
doing good. They're doing good. Well, they're trying to do more EVs here.
yeah, that's crazy. EVs just ain't happening.
All right, the Classic Car Radio Mecum Auction Trivia Contest is here for the next 2 weeks. This week and next week, we're going to give away 2 tickets to Mecum Auction in Kissimmee, 4,500 cars. All you have to do is email your answer as soon as you Google it, and then email your answer to AmericanCarClassics@gmail.com. That's AmericanCarClassics@gmail.com. Send your answer to this question. It's got to be the correct answer, of course, and you will win 2 tickets to Mecum. And what we'll do is we send off the your name and your email address to David Morton at Mecum, who's in charge of all that stuff, and he'll send you an email with the scanner tag that you just bring your phone, and boom, you walk right through the door,
Good to go.
right through the gate after they scan you to make sure you're not carrying weapons.
So you thought
here we go.
You thought about this question. It's
Yeah.
not an easy question, right?
No, not at all.
All right, so you figured this is going to be a little bit.
Yeah, they're gonna have to look it up.
They're going to have
Yeah.
to Google it to
They'll have
find
to
out.
Google
what-
it. Yeah, and it might not even have it right
do
away.
you have to narrow it down to the year and
It's got to be the
answer, date,
year and make. That's
year
all.
and make.
Year and make.
And model.
and model.
Yeah. Well, just the make is good.
All right.
Okay.
As long as you know the answer.
What was the first American car to have air conditioning?
That's
you
the
know?
Oh, I
question.
know. I want to know.
You know?
That's the
So
question.
that's the question. What was the first American car to have air conditioning? Okay, send that your answer to AmericanCarClassics@gmail.com, and you could win 2 tickets to get into look at all those gorgeous cars at Mecum. What is it, January 7th through the 18th?
Something like that. Yeah, and they're
Big
going
2 weeks,
They're going
big
to
2
do
weeks.
the Mike Myers car from
Right, they're going to have the Jaguar.
Shagmobile.
The Jaguar will be there, up for sale. The Jaguar.
Groovy, baby.
All right, yeah, right.
There we go. That'll be in
Beautiful.
Right
there.
on it.
Good.
And I believe we interviewed her a while ago, Riley from Riley's Rebuilds.
Right.
Her dad built a car called the Showmad.
Oh yeah,
They're selling that now. That's right from
that's
what
pretty groovy too.
from what I read. That's from Don Toff's collection.
Okay.
Oh, groovy,
So that's the
baby.
57
Yeah.
Showmad will be there.
I gotta watch that movie again.
Somebody help us.
There you go.
I know, really.
So
All
that's
right,
the-
this is
so that'll be fun.
we ought to really, we ought to do something else because we are at the Patriot Radio. So
Right.
we should say to our listeners, Merry Christmas.
Right. Merry
Right.
Christmas. We're allowed to say
Even
that.
though you're going to hear this
Yeah,
on
Merry
Saturday
Christmas.
on the radio, but Merry Christmas to you who are watching streaming on YouTube or watching it streaming on Facebook.
Yeah.
And even if you listen to us on Saturday at 2 o'clock on WAXE 107.9 FM and 1370 AM, we are saying to you, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy New Year coming up.
Yeah, what they say is the first time in 100 years that Hanukkah and Christmas is on the same day.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I heard that
Okay.
the other day on the news.
Good, because I haven't even put up my Hanukkah bush yet.
No, huh?
No.
All right.
There's a bush.
Oh, man.
Just ignore him sometimes.
Yeah.
He comes up with stuff, what's going
I'm
on.
like, what are you talking about?
So you want to get into tech talk real quick? Do a couple of questions?
We're going to do a couple. We're going to run
Okay.
out we're going to run out of stuff here.
That's all right. I got car shows. We're good to go.
Okay,
Go
okay.
ahead.
Tech
Wait,
Talk.
wait,
Mike
wait.
up in Grant. I just parked my 73-year-old Cutlass Supreme, and suddenly all power was lost. No ignition, no lights, no windows. The battery is brand new. Any thoughts? Where is the fusible link from the battery?
Fusible link.
That should be down by the starter.
I'd start checking your battery cable.
Yeah. Battery cable, starter cable, maybe.
You got a bad connection.
Well, he probably means, you know how Fords have that solenoid
Yeah, they don't
right
have
near
one
the
of them.
battery?
That's
But
good.
GM
Do they
doesn't
have
do
that?
that.
Do they-
Put 'em at.
All right.
Is that little link that
Yeah,
down
down
by
by-
the starter?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you check there, but
I mean, if he just parked it, maybe the alternator's bad. He was driving around and it never charged.
Could be.
When he parked
but
it,
he
he
says it's a
If
brand new
it's a-
battery,
if
so
a
he
battery-
probably
Right, but if it's
Yeah,
a
but-
Cutlass Supreme, it probably has a gauge. You know, it's not
Oh, yeah?
Cutlass
Yeah, but see,
Supreme.
and he says all of a sudden we lost power.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right. The wiring diagram in the 73 chassis service manual would be very useful. It shows the positive cable from the battery goes to the starter. From there's a brown wire that goes through the fusible link, and it becomes a red wire after that and connects to the horn relay. Several wires leave that relay, one of which also passes through a fusible link. So there you go.
They make it too
Yeah,
complicated.
chase those wires
Why
around. but-
can't you just from the ignition stick a wire right to the starter,
Right.
turn the key, and the thing starts?
Right.
Why do we need all this crap?
Right.
Because you got to have some type of fireproof stuff.
Nah,
Or-
screw
I think
that.
whoever put this new battery in,
Or for people that do put the new battery and hook the battery cables up backwards. So it's
Right.
yeah,
Some
could
of
have
the-
done that too.
something
Well,
will
you
pop.
know, he also is a GM starter.
It's a
so
crapshoot,
He
buddy.
can turn
Sorry.
put the key on the on position, slide under the car, screwdriver the link
Starter.
on the starter, and see if it turns over.
Yeah, just don't get electrocuted.
Right? If it doesn't turn over, then it's something from the battery.
Can't you
or
do
the
that from the
solenoid.
little thing on the side by the fender?
That's a
That's a
Ford.
Ford.
That's a Ford.
That's a what the heck are you
How the
talking
hell do
about?
I know? I don't know. My AMC
Oh, I
has it.
did. Yeah, I know. Ford. They took a lot of Ford parts.
AMC's like Ford, Dodge,
It's
Chevrolet.
all
It's
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
Heinz
Because
variety.
there's a Ford power steering pump on that thing. I said, where did this come from?
AMC is like a box of chocolates. You
All right,
never know
let's
what
go
you're
on.
going to get.
Let's go on break already. We'll come back with more
All
stuff.
right, we're going to go on a quick
That's
break. We
American
got some more
Motors
TikTok.
combined.
Yeah.
And we'll be back after this.
When the check engine light comes on, turn to Treasure Coast Auto of Vero Beach. Time for an oil change? Turn to Treasure Coast Auto of Vero Beach. Brake work, alignments, maintenance, and more? Turn to Treasure Coast Auto of Vero Beach. Your certified service center specializing in alignments, repairs, oil changes, radiators, brakes, even auto electric repair. Just east of US 1 at 1212 23rd Street, Vero Beach. Turn to the local mechanics you can trust. Treasure Coast Auto of Vero Beach.
The Fellsmere Frog Leg Festival is the biggest frog leg festival in the world, January 16th through the 19th. But it's more than just frog legs and gator tail. There are hundreds of booths with unique gifts, great live music, and a midway full of carnival rides and games galore. Admission and parking are free. Marine Bank and Comcast present the Fellsmere Frog Leg Festival, January 16th through the 19th. FrogLegFestival.com.
Right now at Sunshine Furniture, it's holiday sale time. You can save up to 50% on selected groups of indoor and outdoor furniture from Lloyd Flanders, Telescope, Windward, Capri, Seawinds, Universal, Lexington, and lots more. Sofas, love seats, dining sets, patio groups, occasional chairs, dining and bedroom sets, all on sale just in time to make Santa say ho, ho, ho. We have the largest selection of coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast, including a gallery of Berlin Garden, Pollywood, Hooker, Tommy Bahama, and Lexington. Also, all pictures, lamps, and accessories are half off. And don't forget to visit our outlet in the sales store just across the street from our main location with lots of new closeout and markdown pieces. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com. Come in now for our holiday half-price sale.
Sunshine Furniture.
Welcome back to Classic Car Radio.
Oh, yeah, we're rocking out.
Sound
in
effects
here.
going on around
Hey,
here.
got all sorts of stuff going on. Hey, it's Christmas week. What the hell?
Right. We're having fun here.
I'm the only one.
All right.
I'm the only one dressed for Christmas. What's going on around here?
You are?
Yeah,
I thought you were going to Hawaii or something.
I got surfing Santa. I got all sorts of stuff going on.
I have green on. Maybe you guys can embarrass me more.
That's
And
an
I'll get a
Irish
red
thing.
face.
That's all right.
Over
There you go.
red and green.
I'm supporting GMC, Chip Foods.
What was the first?
I'm supporting America right here.
Make it great again.
Go ahead. What
January
do you got, buddy?
20th.
What was the first American car to have air conditioning? Email your question, your answer to that question to AmericanCarClassics@gmail.com. First person to answer that correctly will win two tickets to Mecum auction in Kissimmee coming up in 2 weeks.
And you can go any day. You don't have to go.
Yeah, anyway, you'll have a pass on your phone.
Right.
You just it has one of those UPC.
Yeah,
what
it's
do they
got the
call
little
them?
barcode on
The
it.
little barcode thing, the scan thing.
Plane now.
And they just shoot it. You shoot your phone, and in you go. Saves you $70. It's $35 a ticket. So, what was the first American car to have air conditioning? Send that to AmericanCarClassics@gmail.com. I'll check it. First person to answer will win those tickets. Okay.
There you go.
All right, back to Tech Talk we go. Jeff down in Port St. Lucie said, I haven't heard you guys talking about the sniper carbs on the show anymore. I have a 6415 MSD ignition box, and I'm wanting to mate it with a good coil. Also, what's a good set of plug wires with the coil plug wire, of course, for an old 442-455. Doesn't give me the year. Any opinions? Thanks. So he's got a sniper, obviously. Do you guys still put snipers on? Did you go sour on them?
They're not good for a motor that's built
Yeah.
of any kind, you know.
You got a high cam
Maybe
or something.
some-
You get a big cam. It doesn't.
It can be done, but you have to have the tuning capability.
Yeah.
They're more of a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
We just did that Camaro at the shop, that 67, the blue one.
Right.
It came in with a Holly sniper that wasn't the right unit. And I sold him the Terminator XL2 that I had for my Chevelle that I was putting on. But I'm not going to have my Chevelle done anytime. And I had the boys at B&B tune it. Yeah, that car made 707, and that car just gets it.
Wow.
You just got to have the right tune,
Wow.
I guess.
Yeah.
The thing is people don't understand these boxes are locked in at 18 degrees timing. You can't have a car with a radical cam when you need 30 plus timing.
Right.
You know, I
right.
think we got that car set at 35 or 36.
Wow.
So, yeah. But the guy drove the car, ran the car, and he says that car's never ran that good. And that guy tried to tell me it would make 700 horse when it came in. I was like, yeah, maybe 450 at the max.
Right.
But the correct fuel injection tuning and doing the tune on it is where it's at. We've done 3 of those cars with them now, and it's just, they run.
Good.
Awesome.
All right, so that's it. Yeah,
There you
because
go, Jeff.
Todd was the sniper guy. He was pushing the sniper.
Right.
I mean, we put a lot of them in.
Yeah, you were telling us all
But-
the time. You sniper.
Actually, we really only had one that had any really issues, and that's the Jack Dusang Chevelle
Right.
that he ended up buying.
Right.
It was sometimes that thing would run like a champ, and all of a sudden it just decided want to take a left turn.
It just wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, and I'm
Oh,
like,
that thing would flood out and
oh
look like
my
a
God.
diesel going down the road. And then you can turn the key the next time, and it's good.
Yeah.
Wow.
But once again, that was a car that had a big cam, and they didn't get dyno tuned. That's where it's at. So if you're going to do a sniper that's got a radical motor, plan on spending a good $1,000 getting a good dyno tune on it.
There you go.
Otherwise, don't put one on and stay with the carburetor.
Right. Or just
Yep.
don't put a big time cam in it.
Yeah.
And the answer to your question is use the MSD blaster coil mounted on a stock coil bracket, and you can use MSD plug wires as well. Right? Sound right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. What else you got?
Joe up in Palm Bay asks Todd, I have a 69 Chevelle and I need some advice. What product do you use to fill the roof quarter depression? This is the seam that was filled with lead at the factory. Thanks in advance.
Well, I would.
What do you put in there?
I've always melted the lead out of it because it ends up shrinking up, and nothing really adheres well to it.
Yeah.
So you if you're going to get it out of the quarter panels, make sure you get it out of the A pillar, the windshield post as well, and then have it free and clear and clean, and then use Duraglass.
Yeah.
And let the Duraglass sit there for a good 48 hours. Let it cure as long as you can. If it's a car, an old car you're wanting to restore,
Right.
because all products shrink, let it shrink down, then grind it back, and then make another light wipe of it in there, and let it sit again for a little bit of a while, and then you can come back, remove a little bit of it, and wipe some Bondo to get your smoothness out of it.
Does anybody
What's
use
the name
lead?
of the stuff again?
Go ahead.
Duraglass.
Duraglass, right.
USC makes it.
Does anybody use lead anymore?
Nah.
No, there's not too many.
No.
That's the old timers that would use
Yeah.
the lead, right?
Hey, man.
They're all
older
walking
older
around.
than you. Like I'm talking like Ron's age.
Oh, yeah.
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 You just get a plug in
Yeah.
for Ron real
Well, I
quick.
mean, we messed with it back in the 80s, you know. It was actually phasing out, but
right.
it just, getting anything to stick to it properly, it would always look weird
Okay.
over it. So, you know, we got quit using it.
All right.
That's what we do. We do all the body work and we stick it outside in the sun for a couple of days and not a week. Let all the shrinkage happen then, so you don't paint it and worry about it.
Yeah.
Right.
And plus, if there's any spots that you had an issue with, it'll show up.
Right.
You'll find them.
Okay.
They'll jump out and touch you.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Al has a problem in Vero Beach. He's got a 68 satellite running for a while, and I've done a lot of work on the electrical system, cleaning connections, adding grounds, cleaned bulkhead connections, changed out cluster, and added a voltmeter. Just got it running again, and notice that the voltmeter runs around 14 volts, which is where it should be, I think.
Yeah.
I think, is it 14.5?
Something like that.
And then it will drop to 10. If I rev it up, it goes back up to 14 volts, and it will stay there for a while, and then drop down to 10 volts again. I'm probably on an idle. Is this an issue with the voltage regulator, alternator, or other component? I can tell right now it's the voltage regulator.
It could be, but you also could have a weak alternator too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then people, this is the biggest thing that I see that come in my shop all the time, and I'm sure Todd's seen it, is people put electric fans, electric fuel pump, then they put a vintage air on, and they never upgrade the alternator. Well, you got a 63 amp alternator trying to run fuel pump and fans and an AC compressor, plus your blower motor on extremely high.
Right.
Yeah, you got to bump up your alternator a lot too to like 150 amps, if you're going to run all that stuff, and that could be his issue too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't say what options he has.
The alternator's killing itself just trying to keep up.
Yeah. I mean, you could put the world's best voltage regulator on it, and not saying the voltage regulator ain't the issue, but if the alternator's going bad or it's weak and he's got too much new electrical stuff on it, the alternator could do it too. Because like the forklifts alternators, you need an alternator on a forklift that has to be, it puts out its most power at idle.
The funny thing about the 68 satellite with this issue is I had in college a 68 satellite, and I kept a voltage regulator brand new in the box in the trunk.
Yeah.
And every time that thing went voomp, and it's running to 10 amps or 11, I would say, oh, there it goes. And I remember it even to this day, 7/16 bolts. Take them out, unplug it, put the new one into the firewall, screw it in, plug it in, 5-minute job, back up to 14 and a half. It was just, they just went all the time on those cars.
Yeah.
Yep, you used to get those in the ignition modules all the time on the fender wall.
Right. Yeah. I was driving from Tampa back to Boston on winter break, and it went, and I didn't have the spare with me. So I'm driving in the middle of the night. I can't put the headlights on because the battery will die, drops down to 10. I can run it at like 12 volts, right? But if I put the headlights on, so I'm getting in behind tractor trailers, and I'm running up on the bumper, and I shut my lights off. Then I run to charge the battery as much as I can, and I'm going for hundreds of miles behind these trucks, and that's how I got home. And then the next day, daylight, I was able to get a voltage regulator. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
There you go. Real quick, we'll do the Dick Arbitel Memorial New Year Ride Run Wednesday, January 1st. Meet at Cracker Barrel. Get there around 7, 8 o'clock. They're going to leave at 10. Drive to Riverview Park. Here's the flyer. Oh, he's got the flyer up there. If you look at those, that top picture has great cars. Look at that Nova wagon in there. It's beautiful. That car up there.
Right next to the Chevelle.
Right next to the Chevelle and everything else up there.
All right. Thank you very much for listening. And we are on the air every Saturday at 2 o'clock on WAXE, the Patriot Radio. 107.9 FM, 1370 AM. And we are out of here. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.